If How to Train Your Dragon captured your heart, you're not alone. Whether it's the bond between a kid and a creature, the sweeping visuals, or the emotional punch, I've got 5 family movies you need to watch next. By the by, I'm the movie guy, and let's start this list. We're starting off with an incredibly well-known movie released 43 years ago. Young adults today know about E.T., but many haven't actually seen it. That's a shame because Spielberg's story of a boy helping a lost alien find his way back home is still one of the most heartfelt films ever made. Some of the effects feel dated, sure, but the emotion hits just as hard. It's brilliantly paced, beautifully acted, and above all, it makes you feel. If you love the emotional connection between Hiccup and Toothless, E.T. will hit you just as hard. It's a story about hiding a friend that the world doesn't understand and learning to say goodbye. This pick has some dark comedy sprinkled in, which I absolutely love. A series of unfortunate events follows 3 children who lose their parents in a fire, and now they are in the custody of their cousin who wants their family's fortune. Jim Carrey is electric as Count Olaf, a villain so absurd he turns every scene into a performance. His over-the-top charm brings dark humor to life and makes the whole thing unexpectedly fun. The entire affair is very charming. It might not sound like something that you would want to watch with your kids if you want them to only see the good parts of life, because this movie deals with a bleak outcome of life, but it is entertaining, well written and paced, and the acting is very good. Like How to Train Your Dragon, this one balances heartbreak with hope. The Baudelaire kids face real danger, but they never stop outsmarting the adults who underestimate them, much like Hiccup in a world of dragon-killing warriors. I've seen this movie when I was a kid, and you might have seen it as well. Spy Kids is an incredibly fun action family movie that should not be forgotten about anytime soon. 2 kids become spies in order to save their parents from an evil man. It's simple, silly, and full of heart. Kids will want to play spy the minute it ends, and parents, they'll have a blast too. It's a rare win-win for the whole family. It was so well regarded when it came out in 2001 that 5 more sequels were made, but they failed to capture the charm of the first one. If you loved watching Hiccup step up when nobody believed in him, Spy Kids scratched the same itch. 2 kids go from ordinary to awesome to save the day. What do you know, Steven Spielberg makes his way back on this list. The BFG follows an orphan little girl who befriends a giant. The problem is that giants typically eat people, and kids are the best. The main selling point has to be the incredible visuals. Spielberg blended real-life shots with incredible CGI, and the whole thing looks very smooth. The BFG, played by Mark Rylance, received a lot of attention by the effects, but once again, the cool thing is that mature audiences can have a lot of fun too. Of course, it has flaws, but it is still a few steps ahead of your typical family films. Much like Hiccup and Toothless, Sophie and the BFG break the rules to prove that kindness can tame even the wildest giants. The Sonic trilogy is one of my favorite trilogies of all time. This is another live-action movie, but I think that it has so much personality and comedy that it is just infectious. The whole Sonic trilogy is great, the second might be my favorite, but start with the first. It sets the stage and brings the laugh, especially thanks to Jim Carrey's bonkers take on Dr. Robotnik. He's ridiculous in the best way. It's also interesting that Paramount released a horrendous graphic of Sonic before the film, and they changed it up after negative fan backlash. Of course, a negative reaction would have hampered their trilogy hopes, but they did right by their fans, which is a plus in my book. Sonic isn't a dragon, but he's definitely a creature worth protecting. Just like Hiccup, his human friends help him find freedom, and together they take down a power-hungry madman. In my honorable mention, I picked Klaus, but Matilda also worked incredibly well here. Klaus just does it for me a bit more. It's an animation movie with a whole lot of style. Sure, the story is pretty formulaic. We follow a rich kid who is forced to work as a postman for the first time in his life, and he meets Santa, so this is basically a Santa Claus origin story. It is very well animated and drawn. It's a great watch for kids and parents alike, and it is one of the best Christmas movies ever. It might be a Christmas movie, but it's got the same emotional DNA as How to Train Your Dragon, an outsider with a big heart, changing everything with courage and empathy. Drop your favorite family flicks in the comments, and if you love dragons, giants, or blue hedgehogs, hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, keep on watching movies, guys.